Welcome to the SoberQ podcast.
My name is Chris and I am an alcoholic. The question is, what did we learn about ourselves in our Step 4 inventory? The first thing I learned was that there was a massive amount of dishonesty in my life, and that I had twisted the image and thought of a lot of people and things to such a degree I felt ashamed. The more times I thought about situations and people that had hurt me, the worse they became in my mind. Sometimes I was angry at people I had never seen before, like people driving on the highway and their car looks better than mine. I would get twisted up in knots over it. I saw just how much I thought the world owed me and how unfair it was that I didn't rule it. And it justified my anger towards people all the more. Once I had all the resentments before me, I saw just how delusional I was in my thinking. I actually thought the universe revolved around me. I acted like a toddler so much of the time that it's laughable, but there isn't anything funny about a 30-something-year-old toddler. The silver lining here is that I started to see the ridiculousness of resentment, but also the seriousness of it. I can't live a happy life being that full of resentment, and I want to live, so the resentments need to go. With the fear inventory, I learned that I was afraid of so much. Gun to my head, before I did this step, I would have said that I wasn't afraid of much. When I had completed it and had it before me in black and white, I saw just how much I didn't do because I was afraid. I'd wasted so much time and energy on excusing myself from things or rolling over, so to speak, that I truly saw just how cowardly I had acted in the past. As with resentments, I saw just how much I could change and ask for help with things. I was far less fearful after that, because it doesn't hurt to ask for help. It hurts far more when I don't. In the sex harms inventory, I realized just how selfish a person I was in the relationship arena. I saw just how little I brought to the relationships I had had. It was more than a little surprising once it was all down on paper that all of my relationships were so similar, and they ended for mainly the same reasons. I wasn't present, and I wasn't honest. The ideal that came out of all this list was this. If that is what I brought to my relationships and they failed, if I want to have a successful relationship in the future, then I should bring the opposite to them. Very simple once it's written in black and white before you. Every time I saw dishonesty on the page, I have an example for when I need to bring honesty to the table. Every time I see selfishness and only thinking of me, I swap it out and put in, how can I be helpful to them? What do they need from me right now? So there's so much to learn from this step, and it is not scary or frightening. It's all history and it has all been done. There was nothing unique in my fourth step. I once thought that no one could have this down on paper, or no one else has felt like this before. I learned how wrong I could be, and that was such a liberating thing, to not have all the answers. From there, I could learn so much. This is such a freeing experience, and I encourage anyone listening to please give it a go. How free do you want to be?
If you would like to share your experience on a recovery question, visit the SoberQ podcast website at soberq.com. Thanks for listening.